So welcome to the overall summary session of second module. In this session, we will summarize concept we discussed it from session 12, session 13 to session 23. In the previous session, we discussed about the contributions of Peter Drucker to the management, his origin, background, uh, contributions, MBO, or maybe the nature of management, or about federalism we talked. So in this session, ultimately you will be able to understand the overall summary of the management thoughts. So here we started with the discussion of evolution of management. Actually, management is not a new concept. So from great civilization period, we experienced the practice of management. From the civilization period, you see that the construction of some kind of monuments. In India also we had that historical monuments where all the management principles are followed. Maybe have that great economist Kautilya written that Arthashastra, or we're having so many dynasties also. So the Egyptian civilization, the Chinese Great Wall, all these are the fundamental examples for the civilization period where all the management functions were in practice. Next, we move to Industrial Revolution period. There is a transformation from small scale production to the large scale production. The demand for the factories, factor of production, and so many theories are generated in the Industrial Revolution period. When workers should be properly trained, or you have to utilize the resources in optimum manner. So many management thinkers, they give contribution in the period of Industrial Revolution. Then we move to classical theory or classical approach. Where the focus is given on the factor of production. It may be the theory of scientific management by F.W. Taylor, or Henry Fayol's process management, or we had bureaucratic management by Max Weber. Then we move to human approach, the neoclassical approach we had. Some kind of a human treatment given to the management based on the Hawthorne experiment study by Elton Mayo. So briefly we discussed in the evolution of management concept. Then we 1960 onwards we moved to the modern approach where we had quantitative theory, system theory, contingency theory and all, decision making theory. Next, the fundamental management theory, scientific management we discussed it. You are aware about that the theory was developed by W. Taylor and his associates like Henry L. Gantt or Gilbert brothers, Charles Babbage, Emerson. So in the scientific management, how we can adopt the science or how we can replace the old rule of some method with the scientific investigation. So the attempt was made to define the one best way to perform every task through a systematic and other scientific methods. So the main area of scientific management focuses on class performance, supervision, and the motivation. And mainly, the scientific management theory is focused on the production element and with respect to the lower level organization structure. Here we discuss about principles of scientific management. It may be replacement of rule of thumb method or scientific selection as well as a training of workers or development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency. There should be a harmony in the organization, and he coined that mental revolution, sharing of profit equally, giving opportunity to the workers in decision making. Absolutely, there should be a harmony or cooperation between the management and labor. Last one is the place of minimum or restricted output. The organization should focus on maximum output. And how these principles are implemented, he developed various techniques or yeah, we can say that elements. The first one is scientific task setting, deciding the fair day's work. The average worker can finish the task. Next, he studied about the work in a systematic manner. The elements of work study will have method study, motion study, time study, and fatigue study. Then he focused on standardization of the equipments, machineries, and the working environment, and simplification of the process. Then the next element is about a change in the attitude of the labor and management. He called as the mental revolution, and bifurcating the efficient and inefficient worker with respect to the wage system. He called as an differential wage rate system. Next, he came with the concept of management by exception, where the top level management they should focus on their work. They should not interfere in the middle level or lower level workers, and eliminate the burden of one manager. He introduced functional foremanship, four persons or four clerks. He appointed for the planning function and four-person for operational function. So that is called as functional foremanship. The next theory about administrative management or process management given by another very popular management thinker, Henry Fayol. He is also known as father of process management. Basically, he divided the activities of the organization, functions of management, and the skills and qualities required for the manager. And he gave popular 14 principles, 14 general principles of management, focusing on the top level management. So the 14 principles are like this: dividing the work so that you will get the specialization, and there should be parity between authority and responsibility. There should be discipline in the organization, a place for everything. And the fourth one, unity of command, talk about one manager should be there, or employee should receive order only from one manager. Unity of direction will tells one department should have one direction or one goal or one objective. Sixth one, there should be subordination of the individual interest with a common goal or common goods, common good. and the employee should be paid fair remuneration for their work in order to retain them in the organization. Eighth principle speaks about centralization with respect to the decision process, and there should be a scalar chain with respect to communication or a networking pattern. There should be order for every material or workers in the organization, and all employees they should be treated equally in the organization. You should see that the employees are stable with respect to the organization, they will not quit the job. An employee should be given provisions to take their own decision, initiative quality, and last one, spirit the ops, unity, strength. And last, decision theory developed by Peter Drucker. Already we discussed that he is not having any management background. He came from a background of maybe sociology or psychology, law or journalism, but various concepts, nearly 39 books, thousands of articles written by Peter Drucker, and he developed various concepts in the field of management. And also, he known as father of the modern management. Main contributions of Peter Drucker is with respect to nature of management. Here he said that against the bureaucratic system, there should be innovation. The manager should perform in a positive or innovative manner. Second, he treated that management as an organ of the organization. Third one, the organization structure should be based on performance, not on the base of positions. There should be a proper study of activity, decision, and relation analysis. And the fourth principle, he discussed about federalism structure, means centralized control in decentralized structure. Last but one important concept is management by objectives, where both employees and management they sit together and they set the goals and they have periodic meeting and the reward is given to the workers. Last one, there will be a review mechanism, means control mechanism, corrective actions will be taken. And by considering the human element, the organization should change in the changing environment with respect to the technology. So kindly go through the following tests or reference book for your notes. Thank you.